It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I am Chad.
I'm Sara.
And 50 under 50, Sara.
That's right.
50 bourbons under $50.
That's a lot of bourbons.
It's a lot of bourbons, and it's taken us a couple months
It has.
To get through these.
Right, because it's a lot to drink.
It is, but it's finally here, the final four. We're going to find out tonight what we consider to be the best under 50. And actually, it's the best $25 to 50.
Right, because if you remember, our very first episode was 50 under 25. So this time we were like, oh, let's go 25 and up to 50. Because I feel like most people are looking in that $30, $40 range, somewhere in between. Maybe above a bottom shelf, but not quite up in the more expensive.
Yeah, we're in the gift range here. We're in the daily drinkers range here. So let's just kind of get right into it. We made a list of 48 bourbons between $25 and $50, and then brought back our winners from our 50 bourbons under $25 for a total of 50 bourbons under $50.
So for me, that was the Evan Williams 1783, but for you, it had to be different.
Yeah. For me, it was this guy. This won my 50 under 25, which was, I'm as shocked as you are.
Right.
But Jim Beam Choice was my choice. And shortly after we filmed that episode, which was our very first episode a little over a year ago, they stopped making this guy.
Yep.
So we went to my second place, which was Buffalo Trace.
That's right. Then we used random.org to randomize our list. Then we pulled it into our brackets. We used our first two brackets to be flights of 5. The rest of the brackets were all flights of 4.
To keep our final flight with 4 entries, we brought back one bourbon that didn't advance as our wild card pick.
So we got our three finalists, and then anyone that you felt, oh, I love that so much, like I wish I could have brought that back, or I can't believe it didn't
Can't
make
believe I
it.
didn't pick that one.
How could I not have picked that one?
Yeah.
Right, so we each got one of those. After much deliberation, we both chose Henry McKenna.
We both chose Henry McKenna. Okay, so now for some rules. First of all, these are $25 to $50, and these are in the Kentucky area. So if one of these doesn't fall under $50 for you, it might just be because of the area that you live in. We just have to go by what we have here in central Kentucky.
Another rule for this bracket is that all of the bourbons have to be readily available. This means you can walk into a local liquor store and generally find it on the shelf, again, in the Kentucky area. And this is the reason why we didn't include any Weller Antique or Weller 12-year, things like that.
And lastly, it has to obey the laws of bourbon. So in other words, no barrel-finished bourbons, no blends of rye and bourbon, or anything like that. They have to abide by the laws of bourbon. All right, let's get down to our predictions. In bracket 1, I predicted Elijah Craig would pull through for me.
And for me, no surprise, I thought the Evan Williams 1783 would advance. What world do you live in where that doesn't pass through? You live in this world, because it did not for me.
Elijah Craig didn't disappoint for me.
But in a surprise, Clyde Mays advanced.
The second bracket was super tough for me with an old favorite in Henry McKenna and a new favorite in David Nicholson Reserve, but I felt Rare Breed would nudge it out in front.
Same for me. It was a tough bracket with some strong favorites, but I also thought Wild Turkey Rare Breed would come out on top. But it was the new favorite, David Nicholson Reserve, that advanced.
Well, I went 2 for 2 in predictions, and Rare Breed took the win.
Bracket 3 was loaded with some great small batches, and I thought the Evan Williams would win it.
I predicted, naturally, my precious E.H. Taylor small batch.
Right.
But in a shocking turn, Knob Creek took the win.
While I predicted correctly, Evan Williams small batch wins it. That did come
Okay, so
through.
you finally got a win.
I finally got a win.
Bracket 4 was so tough. Four Roses small batch and Eagle Rare both almost got my prediction, but my gut told me Baker's. Now that was tough because I am also a big Eagle Rare fan, but I just had to go with my gut.
And your gut was right because
My
you
gut
picked
was right.
Baker's.
Baker's went
and your
through.
gut was right for me too because I also picked Baker's.
Right. But you predicted Eagle Rare.
I predicted Eagle Rare and was wrong yet again.
Wah, wah.
In bracket 5, I had to give the nod to Bullet Barrel Proof.
As did I. It's so unique tasting.
And maybe that hurt it when it compared to 3 other bourbons because Rowan's Creek ended up winning for both of us.
In bracket 6, I thought Michter's US 1 would advance.
So did I.
And it did advance for me.
While a newer bourbon to us, Belle Meade advanced for me. I predicted Russell's Reserve for the win in bracket 7.
I picked the same, but in a shocking turn of events, I.W. Harper took the top spot. One of my biggest shocks of the entire bracket.
Less shocking for me, Old Forester 1897 took my top spot.
Noah's Mill easily got my prediction for bracket 8.
As did it for me too.
And it got the win for me.
I was so wrong It's not even funny. In a huge shock, Woodford Reserve took my win. I thought the 1792 small batch would advance for me in bracket 9.
While I picked Johnny Drum Private Stock, which did end up winning.
And in another twist, Bird Dog 10-year won for me.
I gave the nod to Knob Creek Single Barrel in bracket 10.
And so did I. But another Whiskey Row series took the win with Old Forester 1870.
I guessed right with Knob Creek Single Barrel advancing.
I thought Bullet 10-year would make it through in bracket 11.
And so did I.
We were both wrong in this case.
Four Roses did advance for me. Four Roses Single Barrel. And for you,
just regular
regular bullet. Regular bullet. In our last regular bracket, I thought the newcomer to us, Wildcatter, would steal the victory.
And I thought the same. But while I was right on my prediction...
Yeah, I was not. And another Willet brand wins it with Pure Kentucky XO.
So, this is where it gets interesting because we're trying different things.
These are the winners. Yeah, and we're trying different things. So,
in bracket 13, I thought Bullet Barrel Proof would advance. But of course, it was already eliminated at this point. And the surprise winner from bracket 1, Clyde Mays 92 Proof, advances to the finals for me.
I also had Bullet Barrel Proof going on to the big dance, but in reality, it was my winner from bracket 5, Rowan's Creek, making a Willet product the first to make it to the finals.
Bracket 14 was busted for me too, as I thought Noah's Mill would be advancing, but it was bracket 4's Baker's getting the win.
I predicted Wild Turkey's Rare Breed would make it to the final 4, and it did. In the last bracket before the finals, I thought Knob Creek Single Barrel would take the honors.
As did I.
Well, one of us was right. Knob Creek advanced for me.
While Old Forester 1870 went on for me.
So to recap, my final flight is Rowan's Creek, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Knob Creek Single Barrel, and Henry McKenna 10-year Single Barrel.
And my final flight is Clyde Mays 92 Proof, Baker's, Old Forester 1870, and again, the Henry McKenna Single Barrel.
All right, so it's going to be a tough one. At least we have one in common with the Henry McKenna, both being our wild card pick. So it is time to do that flight. So we're going to switch positions here. I feel like an anchor. And that's the way the news goes. So, 1, 2, 3, fight. And here we are, finally on the battleground of the flight fight stage. We face this way for flight fights.
That's right.
A little different. So, we did random.org. What do we find?
2.
2, so we're going to start with letter B.
B.
And go from there. So, letter B, Bourbon B.
Oh, this is going to be hard.
Yeah, you know, just from the first one. Well, this one's very buttery smelling. Very, smells like it would just coat the tongue.
This is some baking spices and a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of vanilla.
This has got the spice, maybe just a little hint of cinnamon. Doesn't taste super high proof, but it, you know, you can definitely tell it is higher proof. It's not as buttery as I was thinking it was going to be based off the smell. But there's also like some allspice in there too.
My B has a really long finish, and it feels like it's probably on the upper end of proofage of mine, which there's not far to go, so that it could be actually a really tough call.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
Bourbon C.
Totally different nose. Insanely different.
Also this one. This one's a lot sweeter, fruitier.
This is a lot more floral / outdoorsy smelling. I don't want to say grassy because I feel like that's something I kind of tend to associate with something that's much younger, but it's almost in that way of being like outside.
Foliage.
Pretty smooth.
This one's got more kind of like the dry leather type of tone to it. A little darker, maybe like dark chocolate. Pretty thick, pretty buttery, long finish.
This has almost got like a pastry crust, like a burnt pastry crust. It's pretty darn good. It has a slight like bitterness, just slight towards the finish.
That's a long finish. Yeah, it just gets darker and kind of more of a nut tone on the finish, but it's not really present up front. Bourbon D.
Again, very unique.
Yeah, this is a lot sweeter as well, and like crisp, kind of like a fruit smell. Very nice and airy. This is more of like a springtime bourbon.
Like an almond. smell maybe like a milk chocolate covered almond kind of thing going on. Very light smelling. Definitely get the almond on the taste.
D is delicious. It's thick and rich, real dark flavors like dark vanilla, dark caramel. It's definitely some of the barrel in there, but not overpowering at all. It's really well balanced. It's really smooth. But it's not 80 proof or even 90 proof. I mean, gives you that tongue dance. It might just be because it's the third one, or it might just be this one, but I'm starting to feel it more here in the chest, in that long finish.
On revisiting this one, it definitely has some fruit flavors, mostly cherry.
Bourbon. This is also very light smelling, like crisp, not like it doesn't have smell. It definitely has something going on in the smell department.
This is more of like a spiced baked good, smell like a apple pie kind of thing. It's got like the crispness of an apple, but the spices and the baked goods kind of thing.
This one has like a sweet sugar kind of smell to it, like a caramelized sugar of the barrel, obviously.
That's warm. That is warm.
Oh.
I'm feeling like A and B are my two highest proofs right now, but I don't know.
Oh my. A? What are you doing to me? Oh. Hey. Hey, A.
Hey, A.
Hey. What's going on here? You're just dancing over my tongue and being really forward. You're making your move. A is not shy.
No?
No. It's not shy.
My A has like a good heat level. Like it lets you know that it's there. It ain't no 80 proof. What are your thoughts so far? Not guessing, but like
not guessing, but just
not guessing, because I honestly I just really want to know what I like best. So
these are all good, and I would have a good time with any of these any night.
Agreed.
But to be honest with you, Sarah, like when we started with B and we did B and C, I was like, okay, I thought this was the final four. Like these are obviously awesome, but I was thinking like, I thought this was
that it would,
the
like,
big dance.
Yeah, like blow your socks off or something.
Then we got to D, I was like, okay, now we're talking. We got to A, and I'm like, okay, now we're talking. Like, so I think, and hopefully this isn't where we started, but I feel like D and A right now are shining. But we're gonna go back. We're gonna do it again. We're also gonna do some crackers here in a second. Get some water. Put a little time into it.
Get a little reset.
Do a little reset. Yeah, hit that reset button and go back a second round, and for round 2.
Yep. Well, let's do it. I'm ready for round 2.
All right.
So.
Cracker time. Get those crackers in there.
This is our last cracker time of this flight.
It is.
What a sad time.
We got plenty more flights to do, though.
Like in the future in general?
In the future in general.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Great cracker time. Hit the reset button. We took a little pause, did some water. Reset the old palate.
Yep.
Now, I say we go A through D.
Good, because I usually get to decide, so I was going to ask what you wanted to do.
A smells great. Great.
I'm still getting like a crisp, like a Granny Smith apple off of this.
It just hangs around. It's got the vanilla caramel hybrid that's just right. With that dark barrel.
Oh, 100% with the baking spices on this. I was right on the money.
Well, good job.
Cloves. Straight up cloves.
Oh,
but like an allspice mixture. Ugh, B, you're delicious. I love you.
Yeah. It's a caramel bomb in the smell department. Man, that's just like a bam. What do you got for me, C? Second time around?
Less of the burnt pastry this time, more of the floral.
C is really solid. You could drink on this all night too. There's nothing wrong about it.
There's nothing wrong about any of these. I love this flavor, but it still has a slight bitterness at the end. Just a tiny little kiss of bitterness, and that sounds like pleasant. And I'm fine with it. This bourbon is so good. I totally welcome it, but better than B? Ugh, that's tough. You guys.
Better than B, I don't know. See, and that's a funny thing about 50 under 50 is technically 50, $25 to $50. You have this $50, you have this $25 ratio in there that can, the range that can really make one like a super value, and this other one edge it out, but you pay maybe another $15 to $20 more for it. So
we could have a 26 and a 46 in here, and we could say that the 46 is better, but like, well, what factors considered? Like taste, maybe.
Like, value.
Price, no.
Yeah.
So
true that.
We'll have to judge.
We're just going on taste.
Oh yeah, totally, just on taste. Oh, that has much more of like a citrus note now.
And D's really speaking to me.
Still that almond, but maybe now even some orange peel? Is that weird?
No. D's the darkest.
Orange zest?
I wrote down dark the first time. D is dark. D is for dark. It's brought to you by the letter D for dark. Again, that vanilla and caramel balancing act of perfect harmony. So I think I have 2 fighting for last and 2 fighting for first. Just usually how it goes. This whole bracket's kind of been that. Okay, that was tough. But we have decided we're gonna write them down. We're gonna go back to the other configuration, and we're gonna reveal what our winners of the 50 under 50 bracket challenge are.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
Well, that was fun and a little stressful, but woo, some good bourbon. That's always good. Now we got the Magic Composition Notebook of Bourbon. We're gonna hear our results. Let's do it. I think it's to my page,
It
right?
is to you first. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right then. I actually forgot. I just wrote it down and I already forgot.
Yeah.
All right, Chad. Your last place choice was letter C.
Letter C. Okay.
That was Henry McKenna Single Barrel.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But does it shock you though? Because it was your wild card. So.
I guess not. I mean, definitely this bottle, which we've now polished off, was really good.
It was good.
And that's why we brought it back as a wild card. But you're right. I mean, just something I wanted to bring back, and it came in last. It doesn't mean it's bad. I loved all 4 of these.
It's so good, yeah. All right, so your third place choice was letter B.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be Rowan's Creek. Yep. You called it. You said you didn't think it was in the top 2.
No.
Which makes your top 2, 120 plus proof.
Yeah. I'm liking the
120 on this one.
liking the higher
120
proofs
plus.
right now, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm not shocked at all. But your second place choice is Rare Breed.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which makes your first place choice Knob Creek Single Barrel.
Okay. I have to say I thought it was flopped.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's just what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm not mad about it. Cool. Okay.
So there you have it.
Sweet.
Mystery solved. Got to the bottom of that one.
Loved both of them. Okay. You picked your last place as letter A. Your last place is Baker's.
No way.
Yep.
That's surprising. I really thought my first place was Baker's, which now I'm like, my first place is Clyde Mays, isn't it? Don't tell me that yet. Go ahead and tell me my third place.
Your third place was letter D, which is Old Forester 1870.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Ooh, shit. Sorry. my wild card pick came back,
Yeah, it did.
but not all the way to first.
Let's find out, Sarah. Let's find out together.
I'm scared.
I'm going to tell you your first place pick.
Okay. Just do it.
Actually, close your eyes.
Oh. Is it McKenna?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Henry McKenna comes in first, which makes your second place Clyde Mays.
Wow, I'm so glad I brought it back.
Right? So your wild card first, my wild card last.
Wow, I swear by this stuff, so I'm kind of glad. I mean, I liked the Clyde Mays. It came really far for me. All of these were delicious, but I just like to thank my mom and the Academy, you for all the free bourbon.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're welcome.
But you know what? We
I'd
tried
like to thank Heaven Hill.
Yes, thank you.
I'd like to thank Denny
Thank
Potter.
you, Denny Potter.
Yeah, and thanks Fred No and everyone in the Bean family.
And everybody.
Thank you guys.
Seriously,
for
yeah.
sticking
Thanks
with us
for
for this.
watching all the way till a year later, and we're doing this.
Long
so.
episode.
It's been more than a year.
It has been more than a year. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Cool. Well, you know what? I'm happy. I've had the pleasure of being on a couple Knob Creek picks, and it's good to know that this is one of my favorites. One of my favorites that I get to go on. So, wow.
There's nothing left in there. So, now I'm kind of bummed that this is the last of this bottle. The new ones that we have are from a new distilling season.
Yeah. So we should say that. So the bottle, the more full bottle that we had was they're both barreled in 2006, but the other one was from the first distillation season of the season.
Of 2006.
Of 2006. And this one is 8/10/06, so it's the second distillation season of that.
So tell me, Chad,
year.
what's a distillation season, real quick?
Distillation season is basically, I believe it's January through June, and then July through the end of the year. They usually take,
They take a break, and I don't know if it's because of the heat or I think they just need maintenance anyways. It's too hot for tours, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Everyone needs a vacation. Take a break. So,
but that's important for this one because it's bottled in bond, which means one distiller, one distillation season. Mm-hmm. Also, of course, means it has to be at least 4 years, this one being 10 years, and bottled at exactly 100 proof. Which this is. So in a single barrel that is a bottled in bond, it is actually really important when you're talking about two different distillation seasons. Mm-hmm. So yeah, 2006, good year.
I'm so excited. I might keep this as like a little treasure.
Oh, you should.
A little trophy.
It's your trophy.
Yeah. All right.
And when I polish this off, this will be mine.
Yeah.
Which might
Let's just go
happen
ahead
later
and do
tonight.
It. Yeah.
Probably not.
I'll just have
Yeah,
one.
man, that's good. Look at who you are. Okay, well, this is cool. This is really fun. Thank you guys for sticking around.
Thank you.
We're going to do, I guess, maybe $100 and below. I don't know. Yeah.
Can we do a worst stuff?
We'll do a worst stuff.
I don't know. If you guys liked that before with the 15 or 25, let us know. I want to do a worst stuff.
A worst stuff
We're
flight.
coming up on...
Because we love punishment.
Yeah, we
coming
do
up on
love-
Halloween. We
we're
like to
coming
do
up on
it
Halloween.
around Halloween because it's scary.
It's scary.
Yeah.
I get scared.
Yeah.
But-
it's tough. I don't know what I'm going to be this year. All right. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
All right. And until next time, you know what to do. Drink more bourbon.